know how to play Sage. It gets a little bit messy, but now that the agents have been revealed, it's quite the roster that is different between both teams.
Yeah, we do have a bit of a substitution, it seems. Oh no, that's right. That's the names coming in. I do apologize. It does look like though we do have one change, because we've got zonixx in here playing for Link. So it appears as though we don't have Link. We've got zonixx coming in. And then obviously the gibberish name, that's Lothar. Lothar playing the Sova, so that's not a surprise there, favoring that classic character. Gob B ends up on the Sage. Without Link, there is no Sage battle. So izak, though, is going to go to the Reyna. So we've talked about Reyna, and we've seen Reyna played at times. It looks like Link apparently had some issues, so that is why there is that substitution.
Looks like they're working their way up towards A to start us off on the pistol. Recon bolt from pipsoN to try to see what's going on behind. And now they'll start to push in. It's TrilluXe that's going to find one early. Still looking for that second headshots. Back-to-back. luckeRRR will answer back. Oh, baby, zonixx! Using Raze's utility to great effect. All down to one final member here. It's the Cypher. Shot's going to be coming in from Kryptix. Beautiful skin there on the Ghost. .exe. Will he execute the program to finish off the round all on his lonesome? He's in a 1v3. Slow Orb going to push him out. Has to push forward. Headshots won't come through. And it's Gob B that'll win the round here for Team izak.
Team izak getting started with the big round, pushing over towards the A site. Existence was not able to get in and crack the defense well enough. Kryptix, luckeRRR. I'm trying to remember who that is. Akuko, that is... Who's the... we have a couple of subs here. No, never mind. That's Existence. Excuse me. Existence has the weird name. I forgot. That's my fault. Here we have the second round, though, coming in. These players liking to make it difficult for us currently. izak in position with the airs. The LMG doesn't really work out so well as the push starts to overwhelm him. Just a bit beaten out by the pistols. The LMG is going to be picked up here. Gob B thought maybe I'll push past this wall and get into the corner and spray away with the LMG. Not a good idea as the wall starts getting broken almost instantaneously by the pistols. Aggressive push coming out from TrilluXe over on the A site. Does give them some amount of map control, but TrilluXe has got a push coming his way. Goes up on top of the barrel just for a moment. Only going to get one. Bomb Buddy going down. Might be able to buy a little bit more time.
Yeah, they're still going to now start to push in back towards A. Oh my God, the off-road wheels. They're going to pop off, and zonixx going to find that one onto AmandiiNee. And now they'll push in towards the site. The connector play is going to be good, but Gob B's going to mow him down with the LMG. The lawnmowers rip rare and ready to go. And Team Existence, they're falling apart at the seams.
I love that. I definitely chuckled at that a little bit. The satchel goes down and pops the Bomb Buddy up into the air. Makes it even harder to stop as it comes flying in. The Bomb Buddy is now a drone. 2-0 the start for Team izak. And look at that. Just ridiculous. Oh. What are you supposed to do there?
Rough. Rough. Now it's a 2-0 start here for Team izak. Going to be now the push in here from Lothar. Going to try to make his way up into heaven. As the operator, a very good buy here for the defense, considering how usually on that third round they don't really have the economy. It does feel like Europe's scene is a little bit better on the theory crafting when it comes to the economy. Seems like they've all got assault rifles on that third round. Just playing a little bit smart and maybe foregoing some of that utility early on. It can really add up, especially if you're a Sage player. That barrier orb costing 300 credits, then some with the remaining utility that you want to buy. And just going for the weapons, I mean, at the end of the day, you're not really going to be playing with a lot of utility in the first couple of rounds. So not really going to be that much of a hindrance. Now moving on into the third round, it is Team Existence that are looking to make a dent and try to fight things back here with their assault rifles.
luckeRRR on the Sage backing off. AmandiiNee moving up on short. As the Raze, she does get spotted by the dart that comes through, so she'll be backing off. zonixx sees the molly come in, moves up just in front of it, gonna toss a nade out. Oh, that nade is brutal, and he has to run right back into the flames, down to 60 HP. Good coordination there from the attacking side, who's got themselves in a 5-on-3 after some early kills came out. The Rays low on health, but the site's been lost. GobB popping out, gonna find 2. That's gonna be pipsoN and AmandiiNee. GobB has now found 3 on the flank on short. You've got the op coming in as well. It's come down to just 1. And look at that, the way that it closes out there as the op of Lothar connects.
That's just like one of those, you got to make one of those faces like you just had a sour lemon, like, ooh, like that, just those shots, man. And GobB as well, aiding in some of that. 6-0 to start us off. I don't feel like he exactly had the best Brawl 2 performance. I think he was out in the quarterfinals, losing 2-0 to Team Scream. And I mean, that rightfully so. Team Scream ended up winning the whole thing, so maybe lost to the champion early on, but does feel like he's back into shape and already starting us off, putting him on the list of legendary Sage players.
The attempted boost over on the A site not working out so well as they try to get up on top of the APC. GobB, a great angle here. You mentioned it. GobB did feel a little bit maybe lackluster at times previously in some of these G2 events. Looking strong here. There's Lothar as well with the operator connecting on the opposite side of the map. The spike now grouping up with the rest of the team inside hookah. You've got 2 players here. You've got izak playing right outside of long, waiting for the push to come through. There's the Phantom firing away. 1, 2, make it 3, as it's actually GobB to close out the last. Solid hold over on the B site. The eco round coming in from Existence does not work at all.
4-0 start here for Team izak, and they're feeling good. Having a quick look at the replay. GobB, I think he woke up on the right side of the bed today. izak as well, able to provide some of that extra firepower when GobB was low on the mag. And a 4-0 start is not something you tend to expect when we consider how the flow of Valorant can feel. You win 2, you lose 1, and then it's back and forth from there. But so far, it is Team Existence that have yet to put 1 on the board. Maybe having a little bit more of a rough time since Link was unfortunately subbed out for zonixx. Hoping that they had star player come back on their roster. luckeRRR going to find TrilluXe early, and it's a great start to make things hopefully turn back into the favor of Team Existence.
That was a molly in there towards U-Haul. After a close game on Haven, here it has been all Team izak early on. The op now picked up by zonixx as well. pipsoN's going to lead the view into the site as they go towards B. The Owl drone giving them the intel that the site's empty. They go for the plant. izak's going to throw that Lear out there. The flash allowing to get past and head back towards Elbow. 2 players moving in towards Elbow as GobB is just beside him. The Sage, who's been popping off 8-0 currently. There's the ult coming out. A little bit scary as the rocket comes in, but it doesn't find the kill. Counter wall about to come out. Potentially another ult coming out. This time it's from the other side. The attacking Rays with a rocket in hand. Fires away both Razes, whiffing on their ults. Neither one getting success there. As the retake continues, it is a 2-on-2 with them trying to get onto the site. The wall's gone down. The Hunter's Fury coming out here from the Sova, firing towards the spike, not connecting as of yet, but Kryptix comes in with the support, and the round has been lost. GobB can't do anything, has to back off, and the round will be Team Existence to take. But a lot of ults popped in both directions that felt almost meaningless at times. More of a scare tactic than an actual damage dealer.
Moving into the next round, Team Existence have to be happy about putting 1 on the board, especially considering how it does feel like some of these rounds have gone quite handily over to Team izak on the backs of GobB, Lothar, zonixx. They've all been pulling their weight. Even izak and TrilluXe, just overall a solid roster. And the performance has been there. Team Existence putting 1 on the docket means that they can at least fight to see another day and hope to continue pushing forward. That push will start in the shape of a look towards B on this round. Team izak will find 1 early down long. The resurrection as well puts us back to the 5v5. And with a minute 20 left on the clock, let's see how they push in.
TrilluXe pushing through on showers. A lot of intel gathered up right now. That's why they're sending one of their A players over to support on B, the Rays. Now backing up Gob B, who's currently inside the tuna can. izak spotted by the Owl drone. Gob B still playing this patiently. There's the orbital strike coming out on side. Gob B has to go big here. Oh no, spotted by the bomb buddy. That's a problem. Even if he gets that second kill, the bomb buddy would have been able to take him down. The ult being popped by izak here by the Reyna. Wants to go for that orb pickup and grabs it. The round likely theirs as it's fallen down to in-game leader Existence with the Phantom in a 1-on-4.
Ooh, that's going to be one, but the leer, and not much you can do there. You either look up or try to aim where you can aim, and picking one or the other, a very difficult decision, especially when you've got one, maybe even more, peeking right on you. 5 rounds here for Team izak, and Existence found success in 1 round earlier on, but have to go back down to the eco potentially. Looks like some of the members are going to be forcing up to stay a little bit more even alongside their teammates. luckeRRR going to be one of those ones that is going to invest into the Phantom while the rest of the team stuck on pistols. Rough round up ahead for them, but we'll see how they're able to fight back in the rounds to come. The ticket here is to knock down some of that economy, try to take some of these members down with you, and you have to do that in the force of swinging together. Unfortunately, that swing not looking so hot right now.
Really interesting angle there from zonixx, basically shooting through the box directly in front. The intel coming in from the recon dart gives the easy lineup for Lothar on the operator. Again, heavy advantage for Team izak as it's been reduced now to 2. It's the Brim and the Cypher. Now, the Cypher does have the ult Kryptix, who's played through a variety of these events in the past, and events like this, not able to make much happen. Again, it falls onto Existence. The shoulders of the in-game leader heavy with the weight of the round, and he'll be dragged down by that weight. 6-1, Team izak looking very strong on bind.
It's very strange to me to see this occur because the last map was 13-12, and it might just be the story is starting to develop very similar to CS, where certain teams just hate playing certain maps, and they'll try to avoid it like the plague. And it does feel like that's the case here for Valorant. Teams are starting to decide what they feel is more preferential to them. Team Existence, they won the first map, but maybe in that first map they had Link on their side, and that's what made it a little bit closer. Could it be that the substitution is the difference maker? There's no real way for us to find out other than playing, 5-10 matches back to back to back to see what the average does feel like. And so far, it has not really worked out for Team Existence, and already a great frag from Lothar.
I like Gob B using the wall to get up on top, but unfortunately the Owl drone gives away the position, so can't stick around for that much longer, has to fall off. Here's the ult coming out, the rocket being pumped by zonixx. That'll at least slow down the push. That wall was a double-purpose wall as well. It allows the res, and it slows down the push on long. zonixx getting spotted by the recon dart, which was thus taken out. There's the orbital strike. That's going to push everyone out of the site. Unfortunately, the other two wandered into the sights of the attackers. Gob B now has to go big, misses on the first shot, still gets the Vandal under control to at least silence the in-game leader Existence, but it's a 3-on-1, a promising push coming in here from the attacking side. The ult comes out, but doesn't even stop the round from going their way, as there was one holding, waiting for the push. It was a good effort there in the 1v3, but it will be Existence finding themselves on the scoreboard yet again.
Good stuff here for Team Existence, trying to keep their dream alive. So far, it's Team izak that have had their number quite handily, and that number is going to include 2 operators this round, something that I love currently. Having 2 operators can be very scary. Put one on each site and just wait for the fireworks to occur. A lot of people need to start picking that up a little bit more. Of course, the assault rifles can be quite handy, but 1 shot, 1 kill. You miss, you hit, you win. You miss, you die. Very similar to what Time said in that interview with Frankie. luckeRRR speaking to those words exactly, taking down TrilluXe with the up, and now that'll open up the round for a 4v5.
It's calm right now. It's quieted down just a bit. A spike currently going back towards mid. 2 players on each site. Reyna and Sage defending B, Raze and Sova on the A side. AmandiiNee jumping up onto the box, looking to spot anyone inside the site. You've got Reyna currently playing in the cubby. If AmandiiNee has a nade and chucks it in there, it's going to force izak out of position. Could get peeked by both Hookah and the players long. But no nades currently for the Rays. 2 satchels, however, are present. Now, the Sage is still looping back around through spawn. That's GobB, who's now coming around. Going to spot AmandiiNee in the window. The Cyber Cage goes down. The smoke's there as well. izak gets spotted as Kryptix slowly sneaks his way out. Down goes the Reyna. The Sage, GobB, trying to go through that smoke. Doesn't work out so well.
Wow.
Nice shot coming in from Lothar with the ult. The Hunter's Fury connects directly onto Kryptix. Now a deep nade coming out from zonixx. Will it be enough to do some damage on the site? The spike trying to be planted. They're moving in fast. In goes zonixx. It doesn't work out so well. A back and forth 1-2 punch for the attacking side. And it's luckeRRR who barely survives the round for Team Existence. An expensive round win, but at least it's numbers on the board here for the attacking side.
Now looking at the economy for Team izak, they're not in the greatest spot, but they're still better off than Team Existence. So one more round just like that, and the economy won't be in great shape, and they can at least layer on a couple of rounds. Could very well see a 6-6 half if Team Existence play this quite well, and that'll lead to a much more comfortable second half. But it's up to them to really fight back here against a really well-organized team. See if they're able to do that here. Another round at our hand here. 3 rounds remain in this first half, and Existence have started to really find the answer. Let's see a peek here from izak himself. The Lear not going to get the job done, and Kryptix will take down the Reyna player.
There's the wall going up. There won't be a res coming in, as one more orb would be necessary for GobB. So if GobB can find a kill, there's a possibility to bring that player back into the mix. GobB spotted as well. A second dart potentially delivered there by the Owl drone. Slow orb going in. GobB wants this kill. He wants that because he knows that he can get the res off of it, and there it is. So GobB now has gotten the res and is going to go back towards long and pick up his teammate and bring this to a 5-on-4. Good look from GobB.
Still got to get that spike down, but with 40 seconds, they have plenty of time. The Molotov going to make things a little bit more difficult to plan in that default spot behind the truck. Orbital Strike will clear out U-Haul to make sure that nobody's playing in there, but TrilluXe going to try to reposition here. So far, so good for the side of Team izak. Already 2 kills on the docket. Still looking for more. Oh, baby! They'll answer back tenfold now. Back to the 3v3. The shots are there. The res is there, but they'll take down Kryptix to deny that. And now hopping straight through connector, it's luckeRRR trying to escape and get that spike planted on B.
I like the awareness there, too, from the defense, waiting for that door to shut. luckeRRR goes up on top of the box, brings things down to a 1-on-1. It's going to be the Sage against the Sage. GobB against luckeRRR. Who's going to come out on top? luckeRRR has the operator. GobB has already jumped out. luckeRRR's just trying to find the right position. Missed the shot. GobB finds 3 on the round. A big one there for Team izak as well. Team Existence's money is so bad because coming into this round, they won with only 1 alive. So this is actually a crippling round coming into the tail end of the first half.
Oh, 2 more rounds remain, including the one at hand. And it's looking like Team izak will finish off quite strong. No longer the 6-6 possibility for Team Existence. They'll likely be back down to pistols to make sure that they can at least try to fight back, or at least force up here. So that once we do get to that last and final round, they will at least have the economy to compete. That is always super key to finish strong. Team izak, of course, still playing with the op. Unfortunately for Lothar, cannot join his friends with heavy armor purchases across the board. Still the 2-3 split, something that we've seen for the most part out of Team izak on defense. Team Existence just sending the feelers out to see who's playing where.
Again, pipsoN sending the Owl drone in through Hookah. The bomb buddy spots one over in the showers. TrilluXe tries to peek. Drops a molly down, over in the showers. And TrilluXe still holding as well, waiting for any potential peeks. But it does look like B is going to be the primary point of attack. You've got izak on long, getting ready to pop a Lear. As they peek out, nothing's going to be there. They are stuck back behind that wall, so as a result, they're going to head back towards that A site, where there is 3 currently playing defense. But as I say that, the Rays starts to rotate out over towards B. as there is some confusion right now from Team izak as to what's happening. A very quiet round, as we haven't seen much action, but things are about to pop off on the A site.
Oh, Lothar, beauty of a shot, but still, it'll be quickly traded. Lothar gets the job done. 2 will connect, can't get the 3rd. And now they have to run back and get that spike over towards the site. Still have the play to go through connector, but are committed to getting this done. luckeRRR is going to find one. zonixx will answer back with some of his own utility. And now it's down to the 2v2. Showstopper going to make things just more interesting in the mix. Not going to use it quite yet. They'll back away over towards U-Haul, and now it is up to Team izak to play up into their opponents. Gabi going to be pushing in through A short. Recon Bolt going to try to spot out where that raise is going to be pushing in, but it's quickly destroyed. Stuck in U-Haul is going to be a very difficult position. They can really just filter them through. Gabi going to be pushing it from the side. I don't think they realize that he's there quite yet. Now they know Gabi's going to find one. Still luckeRRR down to try to deny this defuse. One shot will come through up to the 1v1. Around the corner he goes, and zonixx gets taken down.
luckeRRR looking strong, making up for the previous round loss, pushing it to 4 on the scoreboard for Team Existence, who already have the 1-0 coming into this one. Quick kill coming out onto his German counterparts, Gabi and zonixx, not able to stop that either. We'll see what they're going to do coming into this round. The money is awkward, to say the least. For Gabi's side, you can see it's Team izak working with a shotgun and 2 rifles, some pistols as well.
Towards B this time around. I like how they've been switching things up, but already izak, like this play, pushing forward ever so aggressively, and they have no idea that this is happening. The Sage player has already left the premises. Now Gabi just going to try to hold off this push as long as possible. They'll start to push through, and the orbital strike won't find anyone. zonixx is going to find one. The rotate from izak will find one as well. They'll try to go through connector, but it's denied easily. Now up to the 3v3, and they don't really have the weaponry to deal with this lineup. Gabi finds himself a beautiful little operator, and now trying to look into B short. Not seeing anyone quite yet. They're still all held up into hookah, and Raze does not have the utility to flush them out. So they'll just push in. Spycam going to reveal where Gabi is located, and he'll get smoked off as well. zonixx with one, still going to try to defend the site. Around the corner goes Kryptix. The Hunter's Fury will find one, and that'll be the round. Just great way for the defenders to try to push them all back away and defend it quite well. An 8-4 scoreline for the first half.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting much on that round coming in from Team izak, but it ends up working out quite well. Excuse me. luckeRRR 12-9, Kryptix 11-11, Existence 9-12. AmandiiNee struggling at 1-13. pipsoN also not doing so hot at 5-10 on the opposite side. 17-4 for Gabi. zonixx 15-9. Lothar 10-6. The numbers don't look that great, but saw some impressive flashes with the operator there. TrilluXe 4-10, and izak, team captain, currently at 9-9, but 6 assists, so good damage being dealt. luckeRRR's being told to throw an early wall down. They're just calling out some positions on some early counterplay mechanics potentially. Not that looking like it's going to have much of an impact. A deep dart coming in over towards A. And it's going to send a pulse out, but it's actually not going to spot one. It's been shot, and there's a bunch of players, a multitude, a wave. It's going to be a hive, a swarm of players coming up short A. As the nade goes down, the bomb buddy to follow, the smokes are in. But unfortunately, the spike is up without the rest of the team. There's the Lear to try and lead them all in. AmandiiNee gets pushed down a position as a result.
Yeah, they're going to make their way through. The spike has gone down. Now the retake comes through. AmandiiNee going to find an early one with the burst on the pistol. Gonna find a second Kryptix as well to follow suit. It is just pandemonium. Only Gabi is able to answer back with the refrag. Still, they need to get their way over to the spike and defuse it, which can be a tall task. You're up against the duo from Germany, TrilluXe and Gabi, looking to work their way through. They're going to start to peek in. That's going to be the barrier orb to stop them, but little do they know, they can just hop on up. The shot's not going to connect. They'll make their way through. It's a trade, and Gabi just playing time. Unfortunately, not enough time, as Existence will be the one that gets that last frag, and an early start here for them to layer on these rounds.
8-5. Existence trying to mount the comeback now, switching over to the defense. buy will come through. Looking like it's mostly going to be SMGs. You've got 3 currently purchased. No force up from Team izak on the attack. You do have some ghosts purchased by zonixx and TrilluXe. There's the Bulldog buy, though. Existence buys the Bulldog, as does AmandiiNee. She'll go light on the armor. We'll see if Existence struggles here. We've seen that in the past where these second rounds have actually been a bit more problematic, but usually that's when teams don't buy the SMGs, trying to save the money for the first full buy round. It's sort of that awkward set of circumstances you find yourself in after winning the pistol, where you try to save your pistols and armor from the pistol round and stack that money into a strong buy round when your opponent's going to have the rifles brought in play. Smoke's going down on short, delaying the push. There's 3 players currently playing on A, but one's actually rotating off, and that could be a bit of a problem as the Sova goes over to B to support.
Still 2 on the site, though, as it is Team izak looking to try to push through and get that spike down, biding their time ever so slightly. And I like the respect coming in from Team Existence, just letting the offense have some space, but not really playing too aggressively to risk their lives. They don't want these weapons to not go into the wrong hands. Unfortunately for Existence themselves, the team captain not able to land any kills with the Bulldog. Still trying to spray through. That spike will likely still land. Now it's a 5v5 retake. Team Existence have to find their way through, and unfortunately for the team captain, can't land anything because it's not really working out. It's AmandiiNee that'll be the one that gets the first blood, and now the retake will start to go underway as the rest of the team is here.
Yeah, the SMGs offering up backup and support here for the rifles. One of the final players also seen on a peek out of the showers. The spike is getting a little bit low, which is a bit concerning right now if you're on the defense. The last one, though, zonixx, great shot actually inside the ice. Slowed down, the wall is going to go in, and that's going to guarantee at least the spike being defused. That's a really strong round coming in from Team izak, considering what they brought into it. Almost found 4 kills. The Sova barely survives with 45 HP. They'll be moving into the first buy now. So the problem that, we were talking about, that economic juggle that a lot of teams struggle with after winning the pistol and the round that follows, is going to be a problem here for Team Existence.
Touching on the previous maps that we saw, it was Artis that was able to buy an operator on the 3rd round. I feel like a couple of lessons can be learned here from Team Existence. Forcing up on some good weapons as opposed to investing into utility, into armor, can actually benefit you by that 3rd round if you're able to use those weapons to succession. Of course, Team Existence, they lost a lot in that round, and like you said, they're now in an awkward position. But if you put yourself in a position to succeed, you might see yourself having a better buy by that 3rd round. But for them, like we're saying, it's not going to be the greatest, and for Team izak, they're going to be locked and loaded with the assault rifles that they want. And they're going to use those rifles looking like towards B to start, but the spike is back towards A.
That's tough. That nade into the backside of site is so difficult to deal with. pipsoN has to peek out as the Aldrone goes in. At least luckeRRR has found a trade, and Aldrone now coming in from the attacking side, leading in towards that B site. You can hear the ult spin popped by Raze, and it's going to be AmandiiNee who sends Lothar to an early grave. That'll bring us to a 4-on-3 with Existence having that man advantage. The spike, though, moving over towards the A site, and you've got that aggressive play coming out from Existence. The Sage going down, got B. That's a big piece to take as well, so it's going to be a 4-on-2 retake. izak not looking so hot with the numbers.
Yeah, this was their round to come in and try to clean up, but unfortunately for them, it's not looking so hot. They got that spike down, but at what cost? So many members have already lost their lives up in hookah. A couple of early shots from izak. Has to switch over and succeeds. The Devour going to get him back up to full. Now Empress going to make things a little bit more interesting. The dueling capabilities are going to be great. The rate of fire going to try to break down the barrier orb. Cannot let them see that spike. That's going to be 1 quick kill and automatically gets healed back up to full. Now the 1v1. The shots are good and the clutch is clean from izak himself.
That ult can be so good when used right. Thus far throughout the tournament, we actually haven't really seen a strong Empress, a strong ult coming in from the Reyna. We've seen it popped multiple times, and a lot of times actually it's ended without even a single kill. Sometimes it's been in a 1v1, sometimes it's been in a 1v4. This was really strong play, healing and then understanding the scenario, popping the ult, breaks through the wall, takes the satchel to the face, but gets healed back up to, I think, 118 here, and then goes for the final duel, that extra overheal 50 coming in as well. So it's strong play coming out from izak to help solidify what was a difficult situation to find yourselves in. You saw some good work coming in from the Brim as well. It was a molly kill coming out of the showers as they went to try and stick the spike. So really well held in the post plant despite the number disadvantage.
Owldrone going to be trying to get some early looks into the B side, playing a little bit more faster this time around for Team izak, but unfortunately for them, Kryptix will deny some of that push in towards Hookah. Actually, luckeRRR as well will participate, taking down TrilluXe. It's down to 3 now for Team izak, and they find themselves in the elbow, maybe the most uncomfortable body part for them. They'll try to make their way out of it by divide and conquering. 2 going to be going through labs, and 1 still holding that angle. It's got B, trying to keep things cooking. Kryptix going to find one with the Vandal, and now it's up to 2. Got B and Lothar. Smoke down here for Existence. He's got the Sheriff in tow, but will he be able to defend the push from the defender spot?
Another scenario where Team izak at a disadvantage. They do drop 1 on the back line. It's AmandiiNee. Gabi trying to get across. luckeRRR's waiting there with that burst fire rifle ADS, the Bulldog. 2 shots in, and again, another one for luckeRRR on the round. Really good play from luckeRRR, who may have missed in a clutch in that first half, but he's been delivering since. 9-7, Existence keeping themselves in the game. Again, we're seeing those rounds volley back and forth, but they're keeping it close. They're not letting the lead get too far.
Super important for this map to go over to Team Existence. Existence wanting to try to close things out here with the 2-0 luckeRRR. Of course, you are watching his perspective there in the replay. Get some nice crispy shots. We talked about how satisfying the Bulldog can be, especially when you're looking down the ADS. Moving into the next round, round number, I believe, if my math is correct, 17. I could be wrong. Math is hard. But already Existence finds an early frag. That's got to feel very punishing for Team izak.
Got the spike.
Right now, izak working with pistols. They've been punishing at times in rounds when it seems like maybe things shouldn't work out. The pistol in izak's hands, the Sheriff, could potentially fire away on these 2 players on the site. There's Existence getting 1. It's got B falling. I believe that was through the smoke as well. As you can see, Existence is going to eventually lose that fight to the Sheriff. We talked about how that can be somewhat powerful. Raise inside the smoke. TrilluXe not prepared. AmandiiNee actually gets another on the retreat. Random spamming through the smoke. Eventually, AmandiiNee gets bested by the team captain, but it's now Reyna, a 1v3. We've seen a Reyna clutch already off the back of Empress, the ult, but it's not available this time. izak's going to have to do it much more organically.
Great play from AmandiiNee there. Now 14 seconds left on the clock. The spike needs to get picked up and planted, but there's too many members to deal with here from Existence. Around the corner they go, and not even getting the bonus credits from planting that spike. They will closely tie things up. 9-8, 1 round away from evening us out. Team izak, they will have the weaponry to finally duel things out, and we'll see how they do. Because if they cannot close this one out, this specific round, it'll be Team Existence that'll tie things up and have the economical advantage for rounds to come. And that's very, very promising for Team Existence. You know, they're up off a map win. They're looking to 2-0, and they can do so right here if they play their cards right.
Ooh, I like this play from luckeRRR, getting aggressive with the operator in showers. Good counter dart. The Sova on the attacking side, reading that pretty well. So luckeRRR tries to get aggro. It was Lothar who sent a dart in. He did get tagged through the box, so he's down to 56. izak's going to pick up the ult orb on long after using the Leer to clear it out a bit. The Owldrone goes in, puts a dart into the Sage, so that'll be a fallback. AmandiiNee now rotating out of A. They're anticipating what could be a play towards B, and it's certainly possible. There's a lot of bodies over there as well currently, but no commitment to the B site as of yet. If anything, it looks like they might be going back towards the A site.
Team izak, they've struggled to find success on where they want to push through, partially due to Team Existence strong defense, but not even that. if that spike goes down, their retake potential is great. They've got the ability to flush out certain areas with Rays, and then the ability to keep the teammates alive. The Sage. The executes will come through, smokes will come down, the barrier will be put up, and it's the default plant. Still has to go down, but they will get it down. Fortunately for them, Lothar will find an early frag, but AmandiiNee from heaven just finding shot after shot, making things that much more difficult for Team izak, and that'll be the tie up here, 9-9. TrilluXe gonna save the weaponry and try to keep the dream alive here for his team.
Good round coming in from the defense to bring us to a tie score. It was looking solid for Team izak for a while, but now Existence and the rest of his team have clawed back and tied it up. And if we actually take a look at the scoreboard, let's see the buy that's coming into this round. Yeah, not pretty. Exactly what I expected to see. Low credits on most of the attackers. So this is rough. They've got the 2 rifles coming in from izak and TrilluXe, but it'll be pistols for the rest. Lothar likely going to full save here so he can get the operator. This is not looking so hot for Team izak, who really would like to force that 3rd map if they can. TrilluXe leading the charge currently towards B. All 5 players on that side of the map. You've got the operator here in luckeRRR's hands. There's the swing onto the Owl drone. And now he's trying to back off. Actually didn't hit the shot onto the Owl drone, so that could give away position. Good ult coming out to slow down the push. There's one currently in hookah. Kryptix stuck inside that cubby, has to watch out for anything that could come towards that direction. Nades and the like. The angle for luckeRRR might just work. As the smoke starts to fade, luckeRRR's going to try and get a little bit more aggressive. You can see a little bit of hesitation there from luckeRRR as he heard that ult getting popped by Rays. Nice shot from luckeRRR right onto the belly of Lothar, but just like that, they gain access to the site. A lot of ults being popped, and they've managed to gain access. But AmandiiNee and Existence show up just in time. Empress being popped by izak. izak inside the tuna can, trying to do what he did before, trying to let that gun go wild. It's just not going to go wild enough. 10 rounds now for Team Existence. Everything they had, they threw at that B site, and it still didn't come together for Team izak.
Look at that defense, man, coming in from Existence. They just keep the dream alive. I really have to commend luckeRRR for his positioning, able to get out of there, stay in elbow, and keep the dream alive for his team there. Unfortunately for the side of Team izak, after a great first half, I feel like, especially from performances across the board for the team, you know, even particularly got B, it is now Team Existence that are in the driver's seat. And they're making it look so good. Team izak struggling to find an entry point on any of these sites. And even when they do, they throw utility at the kitchen sink and can't even make anything connect. Starting things off, AmandiiNee already gets into a little bit of a scuffle, but makes it out alive. That was a headshot that probably just grazed the cheek, if I'm going to be honest. And that'll be luckeRRR that stays alive.
luckeRRR again with that operator. Tried to do what he could there on the B-side defense last time. They ended up losing control, but in the end, Existence and AmandiiNee were able to come back around and help out. Oh, this is going to be awkward. The timing here as TrilluXe spots the Rays. This is actually terrible. You've got one stuck in the corner. That's going to be Existence, who's waiting for support to come in. Maybe gets one. If they peek this corner, though, it's going to be bad. Existence pops out, finds one, finds two. Not too shabby, but the spike now heading back towards the B site with 35 seconds left. More than enough time to try and gather up control of that site. And the defense has rotated completely out. The only one that's here is the Sage, who's now getting into position at spawn.
Yeah, they have to wait for that spike to go down. The tripwire might even seal the deal there. The Solo player carrying it with his life. luckeRRR's going to find one, repositioning to get the other side of the tuna can, making sure that elbow is covered as well. It's the 2v3. Lothar getting that that shock bolt to try to get some damage up in through the doors, but unfortunately it's pipsoN on the opposite side trying to get a spray through. luckeRRR now making his way around off the corner. It's going to be the shot. Doesn't connect. Still it's Kryptix trying to get that double duty and keep the team alive there. The 2v3 Sova going to back away. Kryptix going to try to provide some cover fire. The crossfire, will it work? The Raze player going to be trying to keep things cooking, but it's Kryptix that'll take down zonixx. And now the defuse starting to come through. Hunter's Fury, great position. One going to send flying. Two not going to connect either, and it's the third one that is still not going to be enough. It's starting to tick down, but does he have enough time? No, he does not. And it's going to be finally a round for Team izak.
Yet again, I almost knocked over the Red Bull fridge as I got a little excited there. I have to be careful. Don't want to be throwing this thing to the floor. Well played there by the Sova. I was not expecting that to work out after the first few shots missed. I was a little concerned. But then as soon as that final shot missed, I almost think you need to see them go on the spike and eat that final shot, because they had enough HP where they could afford to actually eat the shot damage that was coming through. So obviously, your native instinct is to not take damage, but in that instant, because of how much time had already ticked off the clock, that was what had to be done. That was the decision that had to be made, similar to Olaf, you know, sticking the defuse inside the molly. Like, it's that kind of situation that has to occur. So, 10-10, we are all tied up. As they try to go towards the A site, the Owl drone going up through the smokes on a trip smoke execute towards A. The bomb buddy going out from AmandiiNee, who's also still alive in your hall. There's the ult coming out from Existence. That drops Lothar. The rocket flying out from AmandiiNee, but the showstopper stops no shows currently. The show must go on. It's a 2-on-4. zonixx still moving into position. Great wallbang kill, but it's all up to TrilluXe. With 8 HP, it seems like Team Existence is going to steal that lead back and make it 11-10.
And they get the resurrection onto pipsoN. He'll have another weapon that moves on into the next round. And as we get down to these final rounds, economy is everything. And keeping a gun in play is crucial for Existence as we go round after round. There aren't many rounds left, to be quite honest. There's a possibility to go to overtime, but Existence, they do not want that to happen. And look at those buys. Only one Sheriff. They want to try their hand at putting Existence at match point, and they'll try to keep things alive for themselves. See how they do. Their goal here is to try to knock down that economy. It's going to be very difficult considering how they were able to get away with so many weapons after that round. And now they will split things up, send 3 over to B, 2 towards A. Let's see how they fish out for information.
Smoke's down.
Kryptix, great damage early on. AmandiiNee as well. Really coming alive here for Team Existence. Over on the A site, the spike. Oh man, the timing. AmandiiNee would have had that spike down on the A site, just changed vision for just a moment. And in that moment, they jumped through the port and headed over towards B. They're grouped up currently inside hookah. They're getting slowed down. The nade goes through the portal and actually drops Gob B. It's looking like Team Existence is in that position to close this one out 2-0 as they've got themselves a 5-on-2. It is at least an eco. The next round that follows will be a buy round coming in from Team izak, so there's still a chance to go to OT.
Come on. The devs showed us that in the closed beta. You throw the paint shells through connector, ends up on the other side, and it does some serious damage. They're going to now try to do some of that damage, but unfortunately for them, they will feel the wrath of a slew of bullets from pipsoN. He's going to find 2 quick kills. Now it's map point here for Team Existence, and if they win this next round, they will have a convincing 2-0 sweep. Maybe that first, actually not even convincing. 13-12 the first scoreline. This one's 12-10. Both teams very hungry to come out on top in this group, and so far Team Existence have been showing they are just slightly better than their opposition. Ops in play, one going to be for luckeRRR. We've seen him do it before. For the side of Team izak, they don't really have the economy to keep things rolling. They're going to try to do so here in the last remaining rounds.
We said this too. Oh, luckeRRR with a great start on the aggressive push. We weren't sure what to expect from AmandiiNee coming into this. Kind of a unknown variable. The last time we saw her compete, at least in my research, was ESWC 2014. So we haven't seen a whole lot. We weren't sure what to expect, and she has delivered well for the team, outperforming even pipsoN, who won Twitch Rivals in Europe, the Twitch Rivals Valorant Showdown. So impressive showing from AmandiiNee, who has been pretty solid on this A-side defense. There's the res coming out. Not surprised as Gob did have that one up. They've got the orbital strike as well. The Hunter's Fury available here on defense as well. It's going to be a dedicated A push. All 5 players currently grouping up. Oh, AmandiiNee has to get out of dodge. Great ult coming in from Gob. There's luckeRRR, though, to deliver with the first shot. Make it a second. That's 3 on the round. Wants to find one more, but the target has snuck back around the corner into the U-Haul. The missed shot, the opportunity not there. luckeRRR currently looking for the 6K. As the spike gets planted over on the site, it's going to be pipsoN who connects with the Hunter's Fury on the flank. Everything falling apart. It's down to 1. It's Lothar, and it's not going to be enough as they make their way back into the site. Team Existence are going to go up 2-0 over Team izak.
What a match here. I was thinking they could have gone down to the wire, and they definitely did. Team izak. They've got a roster on their hands, but unfortunately for them, it is Team Existence